This week on The Snack, songs of summer, obsession, and arugula drama.
This is a Dear Media production.
Enjoy.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
I am in my voting sticker.
Oh, I thought you were going to show your hair. Like you popped again today.
It is growing.
It's long.
I walked 90 seconds to my voting place. It's across the street. It just keeps getting easier and easier to vote in California. Across the street.
Mine's like a 90-second walk.
Everyone there is so nice.
Oh
Just shout out to the people that run the poll centers.
I feel like, listen, it's so embarrassing. I feel like emotional by how nice they are to me.
Oh, I know.
They're there for free, volunteering,
Yeah.
and they're so sweet and kind. Every time I vote, I just
Every single
I get a
time.
little choked up about the workers.
No, because this mom and her daughter came in. Her daughter's first time voting, like must have just turned
so
18.
Uh-huh.
And she was like, do you mind if I get a photo of her? Like,
Cutie.
and they're like, you can get a photo as long as no one else is in the photo. I was like, I don't want to be in this photo.
You should have been like, I'm a celebrity if you'd like me to be in that.
Did you get me to post for it? I heard her. That's so funny that I would have heard her say, can we get photos in here? And I'm like, I'll take a photo with her. They're like, this has nothing to do with
I've
you.
had some real humbling moments where somebody's been like, excuse me. And I'm like, yes, it's me. And they're like, can you take a photo of us? I've been really humbled to the ground.
Well, I have a story coming in hot on Monday that happened
happened to you?
and it took a turn. You know. Also, I don't have a watch on today and I feel so naked.
Wait, I don't have a watch on today. Where'd my watch go? I had a watch on when I got here.
Oh, can I wear it? Oh,
Yeah.
there it is.
Yeah.
So can you guys please?
If you want to.
I always have a watch on.
That might be too dainty for you.
I would have worn one at my wedding if people would have allowed it.
I feel like people have had to tell me at fancy events that I can't wear watches.
But my watch is fancy. Both of them.
But they're not, it's not dainty.
I mean, for sure.
Mine's dainty, and people have to tell me, like, watches with formal wear don't really go.
I know. But like, I don't have even a scrunchie on. Can you guys please comment on how good my naked wrists look? Just hype me up, please.
You got
I
that,
feel so
you
naked.
got that bone popping?
Guys, can I just say one thing? Rayna says she feels like she's out on Noah Kahan.
I didn't say out. I just said, like, I was his, like, #1 fan.
Early days, 6th season.
Yes, I made, like, a playlist just based on, like, Noah Kahan. And then I just feel like I haven't been as into it. I made a folk playlist that I listen to a lot in the morning, like Benson Boone, Noah Kahan kind of stuff.
Okay. Rayna, have you listened to the new album?
I keep promising everybody that I will.
Here's what you need to do.
You said it's sad.
No, I love the new album. I love it more than the previous album.
More than 6th
I
season?
love this album. I listen to it all the time.
More than Dial Drunk?
Yeah, I like it more. And the documentary, and maybe that's why I like the album. So this documentary, Noah Kahan on Netflix, I didn't know it existed. I wasn't planning on watching it. Shashank just put it on. He introduced me to Noah Kahan early days. I mean, that's also his part of the country.
He's a he's not a Boston boy. He's from New Hampshire,
The New Englander.
Yeah, or New England boy.
Yes, both of them. I just love this man so much. Like, I didn't really know much about him. You learn so much about him. He's so vulnerable. His parents and their divorce and his dad's health issues and his body insecurities. I really think you should watch it. There's this part where he brings in this little girl with cancer. Shashank didn't cry like that at our wedding.
Shashank cried.
Shashank cried. He doesn't cry a lot.
I've never seen him
This
cry.
really tugged at him. Like, this documentary is so wonderful, and I think ever since then I just love him more, and so maybe that's why I love the album more.
All right, well, I've been
gotta
promising
get into
myself
that.
and everybody that I'll get into this
You're not
album.
busy enough.
No, I don't. We'll talk about Monday what I'm doing this week, but I got a lot of stuff to do this week. All right, well, we can just thank our partners and get right into it. Thank you to BetterHelp. Find support in therapy. Get 10% off at betterhelp.com/GGE.
And thank you to Rocket Money. Reach your financial goals faster at rocketmoney.com/GGE. And we are going to kick it off with a food report. Big food news coming out of everywhere.
I saw this and I was like, this will be the most viral thing that happens all week. So Gwyneth Paltrow was on the Today Show. She's making a recipe. And did you watch have you seen the whole clip? Do you know why she said this? If not, I will
No,
explain
please
it.
explain it to me. And can I just say right off the bat, I saw this clip and I thought it was an old clip that resurfaced.
It does feel out of touch. So
Rayna, no, hear me out. Do you remember that clip of that lady pouring vodka on the she was like doing a recipe?
Was it Sandra Lee?
Yes, Sandra Lee.
I didn't even know. I just guessed because Sandra Lee in her sweet little homemaker dress, she just was always like, and all you have to do is just add a little vodka, and she would just turn the whole bottle
Who was she
upside
married
down.
to? Gavin Newsom?
Andrew Cuomo.
Andrew Cuomo. I got my governors confused.
I don't think they ever got married. I think longtime girlfriends.
Yes, right. They were not married. You're exactly right. Like, so there's this clip of her and it feels old. It is old. And she's pouring vodka, whatever,
Always.
cooking with vodka. And I thought this Gwyneth clip was like of that era. It felt so old. It took me a while to register that this was current.
Yeah, Sandra Lee hasn't had a show for like 20 years or something. But Gwyneth Paltrow is on the Today Show and she's making this recipe and she says, if you want to avoid dairy, one trick I do is to dice up arugula and put it in. It sounds weird, but just trust me, it works. And you're like,
And she's dead ass.
Gwyneth, not now.
Read the room.
Could we not? We've lost so much in the last couple years, Gwyneth. Could we just have cheese?
Okay, is she saying sub for cheese?
So I'll give you the internet exploded and the comment section is truly the best comedy I've ever witnessed in my entire life. I mean, I feel like Gwyneth Paltrow would get dragged more than this, but she's so committed to this persona. People are not gonna have a one-sided beef with her.
Gwyneth can say whatever.
She can. I feel like she's just like outside of the cusp of like anybody caring. Also, I love Goop.
Yeah.
She provides you and I've had Goop like 3 times this week.
She was a real OG vibrator pioneer too.
Forgot about that.
I love Gwyneth. I always will.
So she's making these meatballs and she's saying,
I didn't know all this and like that's my favorite food and now I'm even more offended.
she's saying like a lot of people don't really want to have dairy. And so crazy thing, if you don't want to have the Parmesan cheese in meatballs, use arugula. And what she meant is the texture and the pepperiness you can kind of get from Parmesan. It's so stupid.
Honestly, I get it now.
That's what she was saying. Not because you hear dairy and you're like, what do you mean? Like I'm going to substitute arugula for like the cream and mac and cheese?
Yes, 100%. That's what I pictured. Milk. But
Milk.
It makes sense. Parmesan and arugula both have that really strong flavor profile. A little almost like
pungent.
Yeah, pungent. What's the flavor word for pungent? Whatever it is.
Pungent is a flavor word.
Is it?
Yeah.
It was a smell word.
Oh, that's a good point. Peppery.
Yeah, almost.
Like a biting
it's
sourness.
It's got a bite to it.
The comments on this was just, I mean, it was truly some of the best comedy I've ever witnessed on the internet.
Okay, while you're finding them, so my husband has an app called Kitchen Sink, and on his Instagram, I didn't even see this. He was on his own journey. People probably thought this was me, but Anna Roisman, who we've had on the show, commented on our burrito video, our latest video we did, and he wrote back, "You can sub arugula for cheese." I was like, okay, King. Got involved. So funny. She texted me like, "This is so funny." I'm like, I didn't even know he did that.
All these businesses have like gotten on it. It's my favorite thing in the world. Sometimes when I want a salad, I make a margarita instead.
I love that.
I sprinkle arugula all over my cereal instead of milk. Not today, Gwyneth. Gwyneth girl, it's been a long fucking day. She's smoking arugula.
Arugula like as a milkshake. Like I'm thinking of all the things. My mind goes to milk. Obviously, when I hear dairy, so subbing arugula when you should be using milk.
I wish this was my joke. If this was my Instacart shopper, they're out of milk. Would you like to substitute arugula?
Tell me there are some Instacart shoppers out there that hopefully had a field day with this.
I'm so jealous of that joke.
That's so funny.
I mean, it's just crazy because I think that like any other kind of pretentious, I live in Brentwood, white woman would have gotten dragged all over the internet forever. And I think people really are just like, Gwyneth is gonna Gwyneth.
But once you explained it to me, it made sense. Like when I first heard this, Gwyneth suggests subbing arugula for dairy. I was like, that is the most out-of-pocket thing I've ever heard in food in my life. And you explain it makes sense. Instacart and Postmates, they always send funny push notifications. They all should have capitalized on this. Like Postmates should have been like craving arugula or craving pizza,
craving
pizza, or craving meatballs, or Instacart. Like I just think it's so funny.
It was a missed marketing opportunity if you work in food.
Yeah, maybe they did. Maybe I missed it, but they do a great job. I love those funny push notifications. Okay, let's move on to dot cakes.
Okay, so there's these cakes. They've been around for many years, Dot Cake, and they were at Butterfield Market, and people started waiting in line for hours. People are saying this is one of the longest lines like ever clocked for food, and that's saying something because in New York City, I mean, people wait in line for an hour and a half for a fucking bagel.
Yeah. Just memory unlocked. I literally did that once and I didn't see it
Where'd
coming.
you wait?
This was like early days in Shoshone. It was the first trip to New York and I took him to Tompkins Square Bagel. And Rayna, I would never have done this in my life, but the line was deceiving. So I thought we were going to get in there and it was going to, I don't remember exactly the logistics, but somehow it was an hour. That's crazy. And it was like by the time we realized how long the line actually was, it was wrapping around like we were Disney World waiting in line to get on a ride. And by the time we really clocked it, we'd been in line. Whatever. We were also like new, falling for each other. Like we just like, and now it's like
you're both pretending to be
story.
like good people. They were patient.
Yeah. No, we were talking our shit. But anyway, so yeah, people will wait.
So these dot cakes, they're these cute little cups. They come in lots of different flavors: chocolate, vanilla, red velvet. It looks lovely. They've been around for years, and but
just started being sold at Butterfield. They had their own little storefront. So it's this mother and daughter, I believe. They had their own storefront that was manageable, and then they brought them into Butterfield, which, by the way, Butterfield, I've been salivating over for years. Sophia eats NYC, this little cutie. I think she must do so she's involved with them in some way. So remember, she would always be posting their stuff, and I want all of it. So I've just been a fan for years, but that's what I feel like caused the hype.
And I don't know if they were sending them to all these influencers. The first person I saw, I think it was Acquired Style, she slides it into the screen. She has like 18 of them on the screen. She's like, I have all these dot cakes.
Wealth hoarding.
Yeah. They are $8 for a little cake.
That's it, right? I want one so bad. I am a cake slut. You know this. I have a secret cake life. And
wait, I didn't know what you were going to say.
Want one so bad.
I do too. I'm craving it. And you and I could just go make it right. We could go to Air One right now and make it.
Here's the thing that is so surprising to me is that the sprinkles don't come off when you put your spoon in. And the way that people are making these videos, they drag your utensil across the top to show that it's kind of this like hard shell on the top that sprinkles. I'm not even a sprinkle person.
I like those little crunchy sprinkles.
But yeah, so you get the moist cake with this crunch. I can't stop thinking about it. And people are hating on waiting in that line. If you want to wait in line for something for hours that brings you joy, fucking do it. What else are you doing? Scrolling? Like, I don't care. Like, if you want to, if you're an influencer and you're going to make content and this is going to benefit your business, but if not, you just want to have this thing to say you did it, do it then.
That's so true. I could either do it in a line, I could scroll in a line, or I could scroll in my bed.
Yeah.
And that looks delicious.
I want one so bad.
But like, I couldn't understand what was happening on Saturday. It was
Did you see the line in person?
No.
Okay.
I was here. I was scrolling Instagram and I was like, every single thing on my phone is this fucking dot cake. Like, what is happening?
Yeah. And I mean, there's always been that culture, New York being like the top, where there's just so many places that people are doing this. You just walk around New York, you see lines on a Saturday. That's a line crazy. Just get into the Kith store, whatever it may be, a new sneaker drop. There's always a line, and then food, especially a line for Salt Hanks wrapped around the block. Like
Apollo Bagel is crazy. You and I just walked in.
Not my fave, but
not my fave.
I heard people are waiting in line for hours for this frozen yogurt.
Yeah, so
what is
frozen
this?
Yogurt? It's just like Greek frozen yogurt.
So whatever you want to do, whatever brings you joy. To me, that is so strange to me because like the dot cake has novelty. Like, why is the frozen yogurt? What's so different about it? Maybe I'm missing something.
I wish I could speak to it more. I mean, maybe their toppings are great. People are saying it is one of the best frozen yogurts you could. To me, there's a real ceiling to frozen yogurts.
Agreed. What is it called? People are going to want to know. Mika, MYKA, and then that says currently the most viral spot. It originated in Madrid. It uses a thick, creamy blend of authentic Greek yogurt and kefir. I mean, it sounds dank. And then you can have baklava, crushed pistachios. This sounds incredible. And then there's Go Greek and NoHo, and then Mimi's as well. I think there's lines outside a lot of these. But
MYKA, Mika or Micah, this Greek one that it's like exploded. The toppings look good as fuck.
No, it looks amazing. Like, I really don't want to shade people for spending their time how they want to spend it.
It's just, I'm not going to do it, and I don't care what other people do.
But I want that cake.
I really want that cake.
It's funny that people are doing like giveaways. People are stocking up like it's fucking Labubu's.
I've never seen anything like it.
There's a resale market for dot cakes.
But how did every influencer on Instagram, every single person got this?
I know. I think that it's got this ASMR vibe where you hear the sound first and then you see. I love watching these and I am dying for one.
It seems like alien that none of the little dots come off of it.
That I know. Because at first I was like, okay, what? Cake with sprinkles. Who cares?
I like that crunchy when you bite
That's what I'm go after. Is that crunch with the moistness.
That's what I'm after. That's what I'm about. I think it's funny, like what you wait in line for. I would say of all the extreme lines in New York City that people are just like in lines for, Salt Hanks is probably the thing I understand the most, just because like You can't actually walk down the street and find that somewhere else. Like bagels in New York City is a crazy thing to wait in line for.
100%. Like, I can't believe I've done it. Like, again, it was a mistake, but
I do it at Tompkins. I waited in line for like 30 minutes at Tompkins the other day, but I'm not in New York that much. Not now.
wait, you did? There's so many.
I was in Union Square. I was like walking somewhere and I was just like, I want a bagel. And it didn't look too bad. I mean, there was like 40 people in line, but in New York, they just get those people through.
I also just think this is a do it for the plot type of thing. Like, you and your friend, you and your bestie, you and your man, your girl, your dog, you guys waited in line for 4 hours for this fucking cake. Was it worth it? Share the story. You're going to get good engagement if that's what you're after, or you're just going to get a nice little sweet treat. Live your truth.
I wonder what I would be. So, I started, if you guys are like newer here, I was a food blogger and that's how I left my job at Amazon and became an influencer and eventually met Ashley. And like, I was food influencing before that was like cool to do it. Like, it was not cool to be taking photos of your food. It annoyed everybody all the time. I wonder what I would be like today if I was like doing it. Like,
Retired.
I never had to never had to wait in line. I never had to people didn't care about food that much back then. It wasn't like there weren't these viral lines for anything. If I wanted something, I went and got it that minute.
Yeah, but it's TikTok.
It is TikTok.
Like, you were a food influencer before TikTok.
Way before, years before. And like, I also never had problems like getting, like, restaurants were not shelling out free food for every social media influencer on the planet. So I would DM people and be like, can I come in? And they'd be like, yeah, no one ever asks.
Right.
We'll load you up.
You did it right.
I did.
It was a great era. Same with me, to be an influencer with Bros Being Basic. Like, the golden years.
And then same was when we started podcasting.
I know, guys. Listen, follow us for more career advice. Okay, songs of the summer. So Spotify put out their picks and they made a playlist.
I'm glad you brought this up. So you put on our outline the Spotify songs of summer, and I like linked the article, and I was like trying to find this playlist on Spotify, and I couldn't find it. So I was clicking into each song individually from the article, and you were like, "There's a playlist."
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you. At first, I was like, I couldn't find it either, and I was like, I'm gonna have to listen to all these songs individually to be able to report on it. And then I was like, there's no way there's not a playlist. There's no way Spotify didn't make it a playlist. I just couldn't find it. So anyway, it's titled Songs of Summer, the Songs of Summer 2026 as chosen by Spotify editors, but we can link it for you guys. But yeah, there's, I don't know how many songs. There's an hour and 38 minutes worth of songs. And are you supposed to vote?
I think it's just whatever gets the most listens.
Okay.
And it'll tally it. So I enjoyed it. It's very dancey. Spotify said 2025 was like low energy, not a lot of dance music. This year, more dance music.
There is some dancey tunes there, but it's a mix. There's a little bit of country, a little bit of reggaeton. There's some slower stuff.
Reggaeton.
It's funny. Well, what do you say?
Not something cooler than that. Trust me.
Reggaeton?
Reggaeton. Reggae.
Here's my take. I don't think we can pick the song of the summer. It picks us. You can't force this. I'm personally still chasing the high of 2024, A Bar Song by Shabuzi. That is a perfect song of the summer. Let's take it back. 2014, Fancy by Iggy Azalea. Like, you remember when they really were the song of the summer and they weren't forced on us? So last year, if you guys remember, there was no actual song of the summer.
Wow.
The unofficial song of the summer was Jet 2 Holiday. And I looked this up. Guess what the internet and probably Spotify, whoever said last year's song of the summer was. Just guess. Just take a guess. My number one cause that I amplify is this song.
Your number one cause, pets?
No, like, it's the
fostering old pets.
No, like, in terms of music, this is a cause that I've been speaking out against.
Against?
Yes.
Yes. Country music.
No, a song.
Your number one song
that I speak out about.
That you speak out about. Is it Morgan Wallen?
No.
Is it Post Malone?
No. You're just making people. You know this. I'm going to say you're going to know because I've put out content about this and I've spoken about on this podcast.
You know I have a bad memory.
Ordinary by Alex Warren.
That's insane.
The audacity.
That's on my folk playlist with Noah Khan.
The way the music industry shoved that song down our throats for a year.
We didn't want it.
It's not even a summer bop.
We didn't want it, and we certainly didn't want it in the summer.
No one has ever gotten off a plane in Mexico and been like, hand me a margarita and put on Ordinary by Alex Warren.
It's not of Q3, and it is a ridiculous thing to force down our throats.
That's not vacation vibes. That's not slutty vibes. That's not beach vibes.
I listen to it in the morning when I'm waking up with Benson Boone and so calm.
I've never listened to it intentionally, but Spotify said it was my most played song of 2025, and that's my conspiracy. I fucking
He's an
this
industry
song.
plant.
He's not though. He has this like sad story. I looked into him because I was like, clearly he's a nepo baby industry plant.
Yeah,
and he's like not. And
He's
this
just
isn't even about the song. The song's fine, but the way they shoved it down our throat, the audacity to call that the song of the summer last year.
It's not a summer bop. Get out of here. A white man.
Right.
A white man cannot. I'm sorry, they can't do the songs of the summer. Post Malone can be on a track.
Yeah.
Morgan Wallen could maybe be on.
So they're
a track.
saying he was 2023 with last night.
Yeah,
we
last
let
night.
the liquor talk. That's a little too slow for me. I need more upbeat for a song of the summer.
That's not a song of the summer to me. That's just like
Agreed.
that's on my country playlist. It's sad.
Flowers by Miley Cyrus, but that came out months before summer because I remember we had just moved
It's
here.
a spring song.
Spring, song of the spring. So here's what I think. Again, we can't pick the song if it's going to pick us, but Drake putting out 3 albums is meaningful right before the summer.
Is there a bop?
So Spotify on the playlist has Janice. That seems to be the most popular song. I think it's Shebang, and I don't know if you know these, but Shebang, Manish on the beat, Shebang. All of my apps, they did.
But you know you don't sing songs to the right tune, so I don't know.
That's
what you're singing.
accurate. Why do they gas me up? Where does it go in my head?
Okay, I like this. I could bop.
I'm seeing a lot of people do reels and TikToks to it, and like Shebang has a real summer vibe to me as opposed to Janice. And so, or I've mentioned this before, Ho Phase. What better song for summer than Ho Phase? So these are my
100%.
picks. I mean, I like the Drake's albums that he just dropped. The timing is right, but I'm not advocating for him. Like, we'll know it when we know it, and we might not get it.
It will come to us, and also
Or not. We
not-
don't deserve it.
It's not a great concert summer for me either. Like, I feel that I really did not experience the concerts I should have last year, and I had a lot of guilt about that. And I was like, this year is my year to spend all my money on concerts, and there's not a lot.
I don't even know who's really touring.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
There's not a lot of people touring.
We're seeing Dermot Kennedy, but that's in the fall. I think Noah Khan is
Noah
touring.
Khan is touring.
But are they baseball fields? Like,
And MGK is touring, sort of. But like, he's been on tour for a super long time. So I think these are just like the last couple stops.
Kid Cudi, Dave Matthews Band,
I'm going to pass.
Usher and Chris Brown. If people have, that's a big one.
Very
Obviously
divisive,
controversial.
yeah.
And then I would see My Chemical Romance. I love that shit. I would go see My Chemical Romance, but I was thinking that's an older band. So you're right. There's really not a lot.
I mean, I really was committed to a lot of concerts this summer, and the world is not committed to that happening for me.
This is crazy.
Did you see that people are saying that Taylor Swift is going to get married in MSG? I don't hate it, and hear me out. There's no windows. I get it. Like, she's just, he's an athlete. I don't understand the connections in New York, but like, I've heard these rumors, and I was just like, I do get it. There's like entrances underground. No helicopters.
Makes me sad. No. She needs to be outside.
Yeah, but like helicopters
in the prairie.
I do feel what you're saying, but like, it's gonna be the most like paparazzi wedding of all time in like history.
Okay, you're right. Yeah, I guess you're right. She can't be outside. Okay, yeah. These Taylor Swift rumors have to stop, you guys. We thought she was in Dewey Beach last week, and she may have been, but like the whole town was abuzz. So there was a wedding last week, and I know this girl that got married. She actually, speaking of cakes, made my mom's 70th birthday cake, and she's like a listener of the show and stuff. And she married this guy who I think is from Cincinnati with Travis,
Okay.
a good friend of Travis, all over his Instagram, genuinely friends with Travis Kelce. So everybody assumed Taylor and Travis would be at the wedding, and I don't think that they were. My brother got reports that they weren't. My brother was not at the wedding. But the rumors in the town were that they were in Dewey Beach, that they tried to go to the Rusty Rudder, but it was too packed. Not that they can't get in, but it's just too packed for them to be there. And that they had
would cause a mob scene.
And that they had rented out Starboard Raw for the after party of the wedding. And I think the couple actually did, but people thought Taylor and Travis rented out Starboard Raw. The whole town thought this. And then Starboard Raw posted an Instagram story, we're closed tonight at 11 for a private party. What a rush. And my brother was like, I'll be there. I know everybody in the town. I don't work for Starboard anymore, but obviously they weren't there. And it was just like everybody in the town was like convinced. I was losing my mind over it.
I would have gone. I was like, Ashley, I'm still at LAX. I will fly back there. But also, like, do you remember when she went to Jack Antonoff's wedding last year in Rhode Island, and like the mobs of people that like stormed the streets? Like, she can't be in public. Like, and it's weird that she can do that in New York City, and she's going to all these restaurants. They roll around like normal people. people.
Well, that's what I said to my brother. My brother was like, there's no way she can be in Dewey. And I'm like, she's running around New York every night of the week. But it's different. That's people in New York are used to her, just like people in LA. Like Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce and Dewey Beach. I don't know, though. I want to give the people more credit that they're like super chill. But still, I mean, there's been celebs in Dewey. But I remember Vince Vaughn was there once and people like left him alone. But I can't imagine her at the fucking Rusty Rudder.
I would not be chill. I would not be chill at all
where I used to work. Okay. Do you want to talk about our partners? And
then
we will get back into it.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. So let me give you a suggestion on how to thrive and survive this summer. I mean, I think that there's a lot of pressure in the summer if you have kids to get them to summer camp and all the activities, and there's so many plans and everybody's on vacation. And this is also just like the most I feel that social media is in your face with everybody being like, look what I have, look what I get. And if you're feeling like that and you're feeling a little stressed out about summer and what everybody's doing, we really can't recommend therapy enough, obviously. And BetterHelp is fantastic. So with over 30,000 therapists, it is the world's largest online therapy platform. And the quality of the therapist is fantastic. So they work according to the strict code of conduct and they are fully licensed in the US. And they guarantee you a match commitment. So they do the initial matching for you and you'll tell BetterHelp a little bit about what you're looking for in terms of, I want to work on anxiety or stress. I want to work on my love life. I want to work on friendships or professional things or, where you want to live. And you'll do a short questionnaire. They'll match you with somebody. But if you're not happy, they will rematch you with somebody else at no extra cost. So we really can't recommend therapy and just talking to somebody if you're feeling any sort of way. You don't have to say yes to everything this summer. Find support in therapy. Sign up and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/GGE. That's betterhelp.com/GGE.
Okay, Rocket Money. So the other night, Shashank and I were just talking about our streaming services and like who has what and what are we both paying for.
It's crazy.
Which I knew, like, I canceled my Hulu and we use his, but like we both have Netflix. What are we doing?
I got this email this morning. It was like, new shows on so-and-so. And I was like, oh, right, I'm paying for that. Thank you so much for reminding me. And I canceled it.
Yeah. So he was like, do you watch this streaming network? I mean, we just went back and forth and no shade to them, but we don't need to both be paying. We live together. No, and Rocket Money came to mind because of course they can handle all of this for you. So they can track your subscriptions and they have the ability to cancel unwanted ones within the app with a few taps, saving users over $880 million across all the users in canceled subscriptions. And so it's really easy. The app is really easy to use. And this is just going to help you set budgets and goals. You can get personalized insights and regular reports. It's much more than canceling subscriptions. I can't stress it enough that if you really are just struggling with like budgeting and getting your full financial picture, they can do that for you. They can consolidate checking, savings, loans, investments into a single dashboard to give you a clear view of your financial picture, automated savings. I mean, we can't stress enough. We've talked with every single financial expert about automating these things and payments to things, and they can help you do that. Your adjustable amounts and frequency, set it and forget it approach. It truly is such a way to start saving money, is to set it and forget it. So Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. Let Rocket Money help you reach your financial goals faster. Join at rocketmoney.com/GGE. That's rocketmoney.com/GGE. rocketmoney.com/GGE.
Okay, tons of TV and movie news. Euphoria, thank God, is over. They ended the third season. People are like, maybe they're doing a fourth season. No, let's be done with this.
Everybody's dead, right?
They did. So spoilers.
All of my ops, they did. Shebang.
Shebang.
See, it's growing on you.
No, that's just your version, Taylor's version. So spoilers ahead. I just have to say, this wasn't just one of the worst finales I've ever seen. It was one of the worst episodes of television I've ever seen. It's one of the worst seasons of television I've ever seen. And I hated the finale so much. And it wasn't like one of these like, you can't ever satisfy anybody. Like some of my favorite shows of all time, The Sopranos, Mad Men, Girls, and The Office. They're my 4 favorite shows. Like I spent years of my life with these people and you want them to you want to honor that with a great finale. I don't even care about that with Euphoria. I was like, can we just wrap up some of these storylines with some
respect?
With some respect, yes.
Put some respect on their names.
And I realized also another thing I hate about this show, not only is it a complete departure from the original show, which I made peace with, all the people in the show seem to be in a different show as well. Yeah. So they said that so many of these people were so busy, so many actors, they couldn't film with each other. Nate never films. Jacob Elordi never films with another person on the cast except for Cassie, except for in one episode. I mean, he is in like a gangster mob movie where he's just like getting shook down. Then you have this like drug cartel show in the Wild West with Rue. And then you have this like kind of funny OnlyFans plot line with Sydney Sweeney. Lexi is working for a Hollywood studio. They never give Lexi or Jules a storyline at all. They're just like, give them a few lines, that's it. They don't give them a storyline, which is really disappointing to me.
Is that Maud Apatow?
Yes.
Okay.
They obviously killed off Jacob Elordi last week. I don't care.
Well, I didn't. I see these memes. I follow all the accounts that cover all this stuff. And when you told me yesterday they killed off Jacob Elordi weeks ago, I was like, what? What do you, how?
It's funny you missed that.
I don't know how I missed it. I mean, I also think people are aware of spoilers, you know, these accounts. So maybe it wasn't, it might've been like deeper in a carousel or something, whatever. I just missed it completely.
But, you know, I saw this person say this and it was really interesting. The first 2 seasons of Euphoria, and I know you never really got into it, but one of the hallmarks of that show is that every character sort of gets like an episode where they tell you about their whole backstory and how they grew up and why they are the way they are. And it's a really deep dive into like the human psyche of like why people grow up and become who they are. And it's one of my favorite things about the show. And the 3rd season, it's like there's no character development. It's not like this is how we got here in the last 4 years. It's just like, here it is. Rue is in the drug cartel. And then they have all these extra characters that there was like nobody from the main show except for like Maddie, even in the last 30 minutes. We watched an hour of it and I was like, this has to be over. And then they were like, nope, another hour.
2 hours?
It was a 2-hour finale.
I mean, do you feel like these directors or whoever the fuck were just like, fuck it, just go completely off the rails?
Do everything.
Why? Who cares?
I just think there's so many shows.
I'm not saying that's what the audience wanted to see.
It's like I don't even know what to compare it to, how bad it is. I told you, like, and just like that I was like, I could hate watch this and still enjoy myself. I couldn't even hate watch it. So it's over. Thank God. They wrapped up every storyline with the dumbest possible way. They basically didn't wrap up most of the storylines. Yeah. But you don't even care because they didn't really tell you why any of the characters are the way they are now. Mm-hmm. So that's my feelings and thoughts. And I think that's the I've never seen one person be like, it's good.
Yeah, I saw a couple of people, but I don't know. Maybe they had a personal connection.
They not like us.
Well, speaking of a perfect series finale, on the flip side was Hacks. And this was weeks ago, but I just wanted to speak on it because this is one of my favorite shows of all time. I would say this is one of my top 5 favorite shows of all time is Hacks. And this last season was incredible. I loved it so much. I mean, there's a different theme of every season. I've loved every season. Last season was the late night show, and this season was like Deborah getting back out there and supposed to perform at MSG. Rayna, just spoiler alerts ahead. This is weeks old. Watch the finale because of this. You mentioned MSG. The thing that happens is you have to just watch it and you'll pick up on what's been going on. I mean, I hate that you gave up on the show, but like you have to watch this finale because of this thing that happens to her. And it's like the most irrational fear a performer could have. And so I really want you to watch it. It ends in New York. No, you're not even ready. And I saw it coming and I knew it was about to happen. And I was like, oh my God. And then it ends in New York and it's just perfect. And I think they wrapped the season up perfectly. And that's what most people are saying. And I also just want to say in this last season, there's an episode, I think it's called Montecito or whatever. They're in Montecito. And it is one of the funniest episodes of television I've ever seen. I've never heard Shashank laugh out loud that much. He loves the show too, but like laugh out loud multiple times. Leslie Bibb is in it. And they're at this lesbian couple's house and they have to pretend to be lesbians. And it is one of the funniest things. Like you're watching it and you're like, what I would do to be in that writer's room. Like how jealous to come up with these storylines. And I just wanted to say, like, I love the show. I'm sad it's over. End of an era. And they wrapped it up perfectly. And again, that specific episode is one of the best episodes of TV I've ever seen. So
it's a nice feeling. It's a nice feeling to feel like I dedicated all these years to these people.
Well, that's different between this woman-run show and Sam Levinson.
Sam Levinson was just like Sydney Sweeney's tits. Get it on the screen.
It's just such a huge difference. Okay, so we want to talk about The Crash on Netflix. Why don't you guys watch it? And let's just deep dive next week. I have so much to say. I'm obsessed with this. And it's like taking over my TikTok. And so watch The Crash on Netflix, you guys. That's your assignment. It's like, what, 90 minutes?
90
minutes.
It's
a quick documentary.
Fascinating.
And if you really want to get more, there's a show called Mean Girl Murders.
Oh.
That's about the same story.
Is it a bunch of different?
Yeah, and it was on like Investigation Discovery Channel, but you can see it on Hulu. So
Are
if
you sure you don't want to talk about this?
We're running out of time, and I want to like talk about Obsession. Just you guys watch it because then we can talk about it together next week. Okay.
There's so much more talk. Also, Love Island starts today as we're recording.
Okay.
We're going to go to the premiere. So Ashley and I are committed. I said this
Yes.
year I was committed to getting into Love Island, and we are actually going to the
So
premiere.
we're going to
of
premiere
Peacock.
night, so we're locked in.
So we have to watch it.
Are we going to have to like pretend tonight that we've been watching it?
I will be watching it.
Like, I don't want to get trapped in like a situation where someone's like, so what's your favorite?
I'll jump in. Just say I'm a mommy.
Okay. We'll end this discussion with Obsession. But anyway, Summer House Reunion Part 2 has happened, and we're not going to go back in after we watch it. So we're recording this before it airs. And so we will have seen what happens at this point. And if it's anything crazy, then we'll address it next week.
Yeah.
Amanda's fuck ass bun has been going viral.
Why do I keep saying fuck ass? Is
Everybody
it because
calls
of
it,
that?
Yeah, everybody calls it a fuck ass bun.
I've been saying fuck ass about everything, but it started with the bun.
There's a bunch of stuff, but people are calling her like it's a ponytail she hasn't pulled through, and she did it at the reunion, and it's international. She's in Italy
wedding.
with the fuck ass bun. What is happening?
I actually I think of her as being very stylish. I
do too.
really emulate her style, and she is able to do quiet luxury, and she wears stuff that surprises me all the time. And I will watch her on seasons of shows that were filmed like 8 months ago, and I'm like, she's wearing the trends 8 months ago that are good today. And this blew me away. What are we doing?
It's a real choice, and I don't get it. Like, I think people really hate it because it looks like your ponytail isn't pulled through. Like, people are like, oh my God, I just want to shake you and pull your ponytail through.
I do that when I'm cleaning the dishes, and I want to get my hair out of my face.
I don't understand the choice. The funniest thing I saw was I got an ad served to me from Facetune that were like, basically put her in a bunch of different hairstyles. And they were like, why would she do this when there's so many other options? It was an ad. They paid to promote it. It's still on their TikTok. So if you guys go to Facetune's TikTok, you will see them. You can do this in the app with yourself. A bunch of different hairstyles all look amazing. She would look great with short hair. I mean, we're not fans of her, but I don't understand this hairstyle choice.
But she never does a lot with her hair. It's usually just like down and kind of straight, and that looks great.
Yeah, well, what is this rat tail?
I don't understand. And like, honestly, like, we already had enough to hate on. You know, like, did you have to give us
rage
more?
Bait?
Seriously,
Really, her and West, the way they look is rage bait.
She like put her hair back. Like, I'm about to fight everybody on this stage. Hold my hoops.
That's so funny. You should put your hair up. Okay, so I saw Obsession. Rayna didn't. I want to watch it so bad because I love all the trailers and the memes, and it looks so good. But I'm not a scary movie person. And maybe if I had a boyfriend that was a scary movie person, I'd watch it with them. But I can't watch it and then go to sleep alone in a house at night. So I used to love horror movies so much. We always say The Scream is like our favorite movie.
Yeah.
I have liked them less and less over the years. I don't seek out horror at all. I like psychological thrillers so much, but I don't like violence and gore and blood. And you don't really get a horror movie without that, or else it's a psychological thriller, but categorically. So I knew this was going to have some gore. A few people, I polled on Instagram, and people were like, you should be fine. Half the people were like, you're probably not, girl. Maybe you shouldn't go. But I've been hearing about it. Our friend Taylor was like, you got to see this. And so we went and saw it. So a few things up top about the stats. Currently, right now, at the top of the box office are these two films by these 20-something dudes. So one is called Backrooms, was a YouTube series, a horror series by Kane Parsons, who's 20 years old, YouTuber and filmmaker. And then A24 did back the film. It was $10 million budget. It opened on May 29th to $81.5 million domestic and $118 million worldwide.
It's insane.
On $10 million. But more impressively, just numbers-wise, is Obsession. So Curry Barker, 26, YouTuber and filmmaker, he wrote and directed this. 20 days on $750,000, and it's earned $106 million domestically as of it opened May 15th, $148 million worldwide. I mean, this is probably growing as we speak, and grew at the box office in both its second and third weekends. This is insane. This stuff impresses me like beyond belief.
It's insane.
Under a million. 20
that.
days? What do you mean 20 days?
And I just feel like we're in this like horrible era of movies where there's like, oh, listen, we love Anne Hathaway, but they can't cast her enough. And Nicole Kidman too. We love them. They're incredible actresses. I would like someone else to get a turn. And so like in an era where like only 4 people ever get opportunities, it's nice to see someone else, the little guy, get a win.
And these actors you've never seen before.
Yes.
And a lot of commentary about that was like, this is proof we want fresh actors. Like the lead actress who plays Nikki in the film, like people are going crazy for her. Like this was obvious. She was incredible. So the bottom line is this guy, the super insecure dude, like obsessed with his friend, his like best friend. Her name's Nikki. And I don't need to go all through it, but he makes a wish with this thing he gets at a gift shop. It's called a One Wish Willow. And he wishes that she would love him. His actual wish, like he verbalizes, I wish she would love me more than anyone else in the world. And it takes a turn, and she turns completely unhinged and dangerous. And again, it's like a wild ride. It's a little bit of a slow start. And there's so many elements to it. And I will say, I watching it and knowing what I knew about it, I appreciated it. I respected it. It kept my attention most of the time. Again, it was kind of a slow start. I did not like it, but like it was really disturbing. I mean, we had to kind of come down afterwards. We went and got drinks. Like I couldn't stop thinking about it. And I have liked it so much more after the fact, reading all of the interviews with the director and the think pieces about it, and just like what it's really about and like what you were supposed to take away from it.
What
like,
are you supposed to take away from it?
So
it's type 2 fun for you, by the way.
Yes, exactly. I thought of you saying that. So there's a take from obviously from the feminist side of like, this is about a deeply insecure man who feels entitled to a woman at any cost. And I'm not saying they're wrong. A guy who watches this movie and is like, that's about a crazy girlfriend, break up with him. Like, it's so not like that. Like, this guy wished this thing upon this woman. It changed who she was. And the only way, like, do you care if I spoil it?
I don't, I like
okay, Rayna, she likes the spoiler. Okay. And the only way he can get out of it is if he dies. So if he like kills himself, then the wish will break. He has an opportunity to break the wish and he doesn't choose to. He chooses to, he asks to alter it. Like there's these moments and they're so creepy and so scary. And he still is like, I want her to be with me, even though she is like a haunted version of herself. So anyway, a couple things from Elle India. One of the quotes says, at its core, this is not a story about a crazy girlfriend. It's about a deeply insecure loser man who wants validation so desperately that he strips a woman of her autonomy just to feel wanted. And once he gets exactly what he wished for, he realizes that possession is not love, but by then the damage is already irreversible.
Oh, it's sort of like a scary version of Stepford Wives or Don't Worry, Darling. Well, Don't Worry, Darling is that they like trap these women. Like,
I haven't seen it. Remember, you told me I had to see it. And then
the same movie.
It says, the pop culture has spent decades feeding us this idea that love is about persistence, that wanting someone hard enough will eventually make them yours. The awkward and relentless nice boy gets the girl, and perhaps that's exactly why obsession feels so terrifying. But this guy in real life wouldn't be a threat, by the way. You know what I mean? And like, obviously he didn't intend for this outcome to happen, but diving into like the way he phrased it and then the way he acts after it comes to life is really illuminating and fascinating. And his name in the show is Bear. I think it's like short for Baron. And so it draws onto like the man versus bear. When they ask a woman, would you rather be trapped in the woods with a man or a bear? And most women choose the bear. You know this.
Wow.
You've seen that. Like when you see quotes that say that's why women choose the bear, that's what they're referring to. It's like a psychological study.
Oh, I never knew that.
Oh, really?
That's so interesting. I heard this thing this morning. This guy was interviewing this woman and he said, if men weren't around, who would protect women? And she said, from who?
Oh my God.
And I was like, holy shit. It was like a man on the street thing. It was so quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bear makes sense.
Yeah, the man versus bear debate is a viral sociological thought experiment asking women if they would prefer to be alone in the woods with a random man or a random bear, and many women chose the bear.
I can outsmart a bear.
Yeah, but you know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
That's that you can at least like predict it. So I just wanted to read like one more quote from Curry Barker, and because I was like, did he think about it this deeply? Is he on this like feminism, like did he think of it from the feminist lens, or was it not that deep for him? And I think there's probably a little bit of truth in both. And he said that he was trying to send a message about modern dating culture. He says it has to do with the importance of putting yourself out there. We live in a world where everybody's on the internet and human connection feels like it's an all-time low. Bear is a guy who's too scared. A lot of things would have been avoided in this movie if he had just told her how he felt. And there's this moment where she goes like, do you like me? Just say it. And you're like screaming, like, just fucking say it. And instead, he doesn't say it. And then he snaps the wish thing. And then that's where the wheels come off.
It is hard to sometimes say, like, is it really that deep? Like, there would be no movie if he said it, you know?
Yeah. And he just talks about this age-old, be careful what you wish for trope and how our deepest desires tend to revolve around personal gain, which I think is really funny. He said, anytime you wish for something, it's probably going to be selfish. When people ask me, Curry, if you had one wish, what would it be? 100%. I always say that the movie does really great at the box office instead of like, I could wish for world peace. And it's interesting. So I've just been obsessed with it. Like Taylor and I all weekend were voice noting about it, and like my mind would change on different things I read. Rayna, I really want you to see it. And like,
I know.
it's fucked up.
I would come over and watch it with you guys. Like I'll probably do with Summer House later, but I will not.
Yeah.
Because we've got such a fun night plan. We're gonna go to the Love Island premiere.
And then we'll do that.
And then we'll watch Summer House. I just feel like I can't watch horror movies until I get a boyfriend.
I want to see it
enough.
again. So like when it is available for streaming, like now that I know so much more, like I don't remember the last time I saw a movie that I have liked more day by day because of the more I've dove into the symbolism and the themes.
Okay, also, this is not a hot take, but I feel less safe in LA than I feel in New York, just because like New York, 1-bedroom apartment. I can have eyes on the whole apartment at all times. My house.
But you're not going to be scared of someone breaking in after this movie.
I would love I'd love for a man to want me to be obsessed with him, because I just do that for free.
Stop. You're Nikki. Wait, you are really Nikki.
I'll just do it and you don't even want it, and I will do it. I will be obsessed with you. Try me.
You know what
I thought you meant Glazer. I thought you meant Glazer, and I was like, huh?
No, sorry. Nikki, her name. He says her name over and over and over. Nikki, just be Nikki again. You know what I miss from growing up, from like our childhoods? Seeing horror movies in the theater with people's reactions. Like, because people were reacting to this movie, there was a few laughs here and there, but gasps, people clapped at the end. Like, I miss seeing those blockbuster horror movies, Scream 2, I Know What You Did Last Summer.
You and I go to movies all the time. We love going to movies in theaters.
But horror movies in the theater hit different. And some like comedies of our time, like that energy of people like being so scared is so fun. I like kind of forget like horror movies are more fun in the theater.
Well, they also just feel a little less scary. They fact that you get the energy. You and I, it's so funny. You and I did not see one movie together for like 7 years. And in the last year and a half, we've been like, we will see every movie in the theater. Nothing else to do here.
But just to watch a scary movie at home, and then what, you got to turn off the lights and go to bed? I can't do it. We went to Elefante and had margaritas.
Was my guy there?
I don't know what he looks like. I never met him.
You guys.
Did he work at the big bar or the little bar?
At the big bar.
I love that little bar. We sat in the other room. Crazy.
Oh, shit.
We sat in the garden room.
Well, I didn't know you went to Elefante.
The movie theater's right. We went to a different movie theater.
Yeah, I know that theater.
Because this movie is hard to get tickets.
Off of the promenade?
We had to go to the promenade. Because we go to the Marina, dine in 6, but there were no tickets available. I'm telling you, this movie, watch it pick up week after week is crazy too. Like, I'm obsessed with stuff like that, like a slower burn. Like, yes, it popped off on opening day, but now it's going viral. Like this movie that was made for under $1 million. I'm fascinated.
I want to make a list of like all the wishes that I would make. Even if you gave me top 10, they would all still be about me. You would throw in some stuff about your nephews, but I wouldn't. I feel like my nephew's gonna be fine.
I think we all have one.
Of course I would. There's like one thing if it happened. You guys know. I mean,
one wish. I think we all.
I've been pretty excited.
Some people have a bottle of champagne in the fridge, just in case.
Like, remember that day I was sitting in my apartment and streamers started coming down in front of the window because Joe Biden had been elected?
Yeah.
It would be like that for me that day. It would be like streamers coming down from the sky.
Pots and pans banging. Like
I
COVID
would just
time.
run on the lawn and just start screaming.
Streaking.
Shoot a gun in the air.
Oh my God, we have to do these headlines. Okay, let's wrap up with some headlines for you guys. So speaking of the White House lawn, this UFC fight, which is hard to comprehend, and like you guys have seen it, like there's been insider trading about it. Trump's like bought stock in this company that's doing the fight. It's all so corrupt. It's all so disgusting. It's all something I thought Republicans were so against. So there's that facet of it, but they're building a fucking cage match on the White House lawn.
It's jarring to see it. So this will coincide with Flag Day and Trump's 80th birthday. An 80-year-old is president, by the way, which is just crazy. We're not putting age limits or smart people limits.
Should be age limits. This is the birthday party he's throwing for himself.
A cage match on the lawn. And, you know, it is so ridiculous, but what is really like stuck with me and you is these aerial views of the White House and just how sad it looks that there's this like blown out bomb shelter essentially, which maybe will be this ballroom, and then this cage being built on the front of the lawn. It just, I'm not like such a purist about like monuments and you have to, I don't really care one way or the other, but this feels like really awful to me.
Yeah, when you see the imagery, like the same with the ballroom, like they really do hit different. And Hillary Clinton posted, I saw this on Threads, it really hit me. She says, she shows the photo. We'll put it up on screen if you guys are watching the video. This is what Trump's done to the people's house. A third of it is rubble. Another third is a cage match. What a metaphor. Like violence for entertainment on 1/3 of the fucking lawn and the rest is a tear down. This is disgusting. And I was like, the accuracy of that.
Yeah.
And the like insanity of that. Like, I can't believe that we are so embarrassing.
It is so embarrassing. Can you imagine any other president of any other nation
Right,
putting a cage match on the lawn?
And we'll report back on like who attends because these people were invited that people are like, they better not fucking go. Adam Sandler was one. There was one other that people were like, oh, I hope to God these people don't go because that will be very telling.
I do wonder. I mean, all the people that just stood on stage at the inauguration with him. I mean, it was Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg.
Well, those people are expected, but people like Adam Sandler, like
anybody in comedy, I'm like, what are we doing?
I know.
You guys are supposed to be better.
Well, it's like
than
if they
that.
went to
Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And then on the same token is the Freedom 250 concert. So 250 years of freedom on July 4th, 2026. There was supposed to be a concert series also in the National Mall.
And all of these artists, I guess, had agreed to it with this company, not really understanding really what it was and that it was so aligned with Trump. And so now one by one, they're all publicly making statements that they don't want to be involved in this. And Donald Trump's like, I'll just do it. I'll perform better than all these people. More people come to see me than Elvis. I'm the world's biggest attraction that there's ever been. You know, he just be saying stuff.
To see what? His little dance to YMCA, a gay anthem, his dance, I can't. Like, but his post on Truth Social, he hit us with the yips again. He said, because a lot of these artists are getting the yips, I can't. What are
every day?
This one
that's
other
the
time.
funniest person.
So I love that they all came out and made public statements. I mean, Martina McBride, Vanilla Ice is still not out yet. Milli Vanilli. The people that they even tried to confirm are, even not all of them, but a lot of them are just like washed up in the first place.
Is it just going to be Nicki Minaj and
Nicki's done. She kind of walked back. This didn't really make a lot of news where she tried to kind of go on an apology tour.
Too late.
Well, yeah, people didn't really pick it up. So as of now, I think it's just Vanilla Ice and Flo Rida. Real disappointment.
I thought Flo Rida just dropped out.
Oh, really? I mean, this is
I can't keep up.
Like developing story. But so Trump went from I'm going to headline to just cancel it. I hope they have this so much. I hope they have this with Vanilla Ice solo and Trump on stage doing his little dance like and nobody is there.
Yes. Like the Super Bowl halftime show.
100%. This is turning point halftime show. Erica Kirk won't even come. She didn't go to the Super Bowl halftime show. Erica Kirk won't even be there with her sparklers and.
Well, she was at that fake assassination, so she's already done her time.
So stay tuned, you guys, and happy 250 America. Okay, this one-armed woman got pulled over for texting and driving, and it went viral. I think she requested the body cam footage, and she posted this herself.
You can do that? You can just request your own body cam
I think that's how the footage.
I guess if I'm on camera, I should be able to request it.
So the court has been dismissed, but it's so hilarious because the cop runs up on her. You've been texting and driving, and she's like, with what hand?
When she moves her little nub in the frame.
And then he goes hand to God, and she puts her
nub up.
And then she's like, oh, other hand. She fucks with this cop. And it's so disgusting because he doesn't back down.
He doesn't. He never breaks.
And I find it really gross that a cop can't accept that he's been wrong, continues to harass this woman. It's a huge problem with someone enforcing the law. But to watch it is fucking hysterical. And she obviously it's been dropped and she just like dunked on this fucking loser cop. I can't get over it.
He never backs down. I would have been like, I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Never breaks character.
Also, like, I'm so sorry that I made a mistake, falsely accused you of something, and it's a handicapped person on top of it.
Yeah, like, you're smart enough.
You're zero empathy.
It's crazy.
And lastly, there's allegedly a new fish that's been discovered in Venezuela, and people don't know if it's a hoax or not. It is bright blue. It looks like a vagina. People are calling it Bonnie Blue. And for the life of me, Rayna, I can't figure out if this is real. I have done so much research on this. I think it's like a viral hoax that it says marine biologists have discovered a previously unknown species of fish off the coast of Venezuela, and it has yet to receive an official scientific name. So like everyone's in the comments like calling it different things.
The whole face is a vagina.
Fish-gina.
We'll put it up on screen. I mean, the whole face of this blue fish looks like Nikki Glaser does this joke about it, not how her vagina looks like an unpacked suitcase, and it looks like that.
Yeah, it can't be real, and that's like where we're at as a nation, is like we don't know if a new species has been discovered or if this is AI.
I will never know if it's real.
This is also a developing story, but I wish it was real. I'm obsessed with it. It's bright blue and it looks like a pussy.
It doesn't even look like a flower. It looks like a blue vagina. It looks like, what's that? You don't like X-Men like I do, right?
Someone called it labia azul. I'm in these comments.
It looks like Rebecca Romaine Stamos'
Blue
character in X-Men. Dude,
Yeah,
with you at all?
Yeah, that blue color.
That's what her vagina looks like.
Avatar, too.
Also Avatar vagina.
Anyway. All right, guys. Girlsgottaeat.com, Girls Gotta Eat Podcast, Instagram, and TikTok. I am Ash Hess on Instagram and TikTok. Rayna is Rayna.Greenberg, RaynaGreenberg.com for her fall tour tickets. And you can watch full video on Spotify and YouTube, and share this episode with a friend. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you Monday.
Have a good weekend, guys.
Bye.